Dominic, were you feeling the effects of the long match with Djokovic, or was it something about Berrettini that troubled you today?
I think, of course, I felt a little bit the two first matches, and then also it's a bit of a tricky situation to know that I'm already through. So all the tension, the adrenaline is down a little bit. Of course, I was still trying to win that match 100%, but also in the same time I knew in my head that I have to take care for Saturday, because obviously it's the way more important match there, and it's also after a long season, so I really tried to get the body going 100% for Saturday, and wouldn't be that smart if I would have another 3 hours match today.
How did he play today?
We had 3 great matches in the last month or last month and a half. Still, I think that today was maybe even the weakest from these 3. We had a great one in Shanghai, we had a great one in Vienna, and also here. And of course, it affected a little bit that both of us we couldn't do anything about the standings in the group anymore.
Dominic, I know you've been struggling with your health throughout the year with that virus. Are you feeling well from that? And you sound actually a little bit sick right now. Are you healthy, or?
Yeah, I'm sounding like that since before the first match actually, and of course it's always a little bit risky time, that time of the year when it's cold outside. You go in, it's hot, all these changes and everything. So I'm not 100%, but it didn't affect me in these 3 matches, and that's why I also really need to be careful, because, well, I really hope I have 2 more matches so I can give all that I have and my own 100% in the remaining 2 matches.
Dominic, looking forward to the weekend, as much as an achievement it would be to win this event, also, do you see it as a stepping stone, the size of this title, to other things you want to go on in your career starting in January?
I think that maybe this tournament is the most difficult to win, because you have to beat 5 top 10 guys in a row. Okay, you can afford to lose 1 match maybe, but still, and that's why I'm 100% sure that if you win this title, you can win as well any other title, and that's why, I mean, I don't know it because I haven't done it yet, but I think that if you win this title, it gives you a lot of confidence for, especially of course Australia, because it's the closest, but for the full next year.
Dominic, I read an interview with you before this tournament in which you said you gave your thoughts on doping in tennis. You thought it's fairly clean and that you put your hand on fire for all the top players you know. Can I ask why you're so confident that tennis is free of doping?
First of all, because I mean, myself, I get tested so often, and then I see all the other top guys getting tested that often. That's the first thing why I'm sure, and then the second thing is because we are still playing a ball game, and I mean, of course, it matters how fit you are, how fast you're running, but still the most important is how you hit the ball and how you play the game, and that you cannot affect with any medication. If you could, it would be very nice, but there is not such a substance existing.
Any more English questions? Simon?
Can I just ask, just as a general query, to find out the level of testing in tennis, how many times you've been tested, say, for example, in the last month?
Last month, I think like 4 or 5 times in Paris, then here after a match against Novak, and then at home 2 or 3 times, and that's probably also the average, like once a week. Yeah, too often.
Dominic, a lot of players have routines or little things they go through before they serve. For example, Sasha pulls his shirt up after every point. You do the little flick with the ball. Can you remember when you started doing that, and what would happen if you didn't do it?
I think it's not possible anymore that I don't do it because it's so much in my system, so automatic that I do it before every single serve, and I cannot even remember the time when I didn't do it, so it must be 4 or 5 years minimum. And everybody has it because it just helps. It can be very rough outside on the court, very lonely, very long, so it's nice to have some little things which are really automatic and which are always working.